Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And she's going to walk us through just how desperate Disney appears right now. They're offering all kinds of deals, and they only do that when they're hurting for money.
Yeah, so Disney, they had a big thing on their Disney Parks blog today with some announcements. Like they're going to open a couple of these shows on the 27th and a bunch of stuff. But among their announcements were a bunch of deals that start between April and go into December. And they're trying to get people to come to Disney World. This tells me that the bookings are down, and it's also predominantly around the time the Epic Universe opens. So I think that they are totally screwed, and they're panicking, and they look very, very desperate.
Yeah, and they should have thought of this 5 years ago. I mean, Epic Universe was announced a while ago. They had time to get a plan together. Now it just looks like they're just kind of reacting. They want to try to hold the line without spending any money, any real money, and that's not going to be possible.
Speaking of reacting, it's not even just these deals. They announced today that they're going to revamp Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. They have been needing to do that for years, and they wouldn't touch it. So everybody's been speculating they were going to turn into something else. They're going to shut it down because they have not been keeping up with it. Well, now they're going to put a new robot in, which probably ties into that stupid NVIDIA and Google thing they're doing with Disney.
I'm sure.
And they're going to put new blasters in, and they're going to make the stuff more interactive. I'm thinking more Men in Black type stuff, like from Universal. Right. And they're adding all this stuff to it. I think they're desperately trying to find a reason to get people to show up at Disney parks. So they have this, and they announced that remember that villain show we're putting in where the Lightning McQueen Academy was, and the new Little Mermaid show, all like pretty much inexpensive additions. We're going to get those started on the 27th, and then we're shutting this attraction down in August to revamp it. And we're doing all this stuff, guys, honest, but it's just rehashing what you already had.
So let's talk about this a little bit more before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
So the walk is okay. So here's the thing: we did the Disney media thing for years. We worked with one of their top three travel agencies for years, and what we did learn from that is Disney never drops a deal unless they're desperate.
Unless their bookings are down or something. Right. And this is after they've been accused of being too expensive. And they're like, oh, no, we offer lower tickets at Disneyland. And people are like, what about Disney World? So now they're putting out all these deals, guys, which just happens to coincide with the fact that Epic Universe is opening in May. Right. So, so they put these up today. They're going to go live tomorrow. You can start booking them tomorrow in the morning. You want to get on them earlier. But one of the things they did was, hey, guys, this summer, for kids 3 to 9 can get half-price tickets if you do a 3-day or longer standard ticket, so no park hopper. Right. You get 50% off for days from May 27th through September 20th, so the summer. And the summer is usually their busy time. I mean, it's hot, but it's usually busy because people are off school. Well, yeah, you can get half price tickets. The only time I've ever seen a better deal than this for kids was when they used to give Kids Go for free.
Yeah, that was the thing for a while. But what happens is they offset these deals with you paying rack rate for the hotel. Right. So they'll give you free dining, but really you're being tricked. You're paying more for your trip because you have to pay the rack rate for the rooms. You're actually better off getting a room discount. They probably raise
and say it's because of summer rates or whatever.
Yep.
And the thing is, you're not allowed to combine deals usually either. So these are great deals, but you can only use like one of them kind of situation. Another deal they're offering is 3-day, 3-park tickets. It works out to be $267 plus tax, and that's $89 per day, which is actually really good for Disney Park. For business between April 6th and September 22nd. So it's a long window on that. But the catch is they're not park hoppers, and you're allowed Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. You're allowed to do Magic Kingdom. You have to buy a separate ticket full price for that. But you do get $89 a day for the other parks, which actually, if you don't mind missing Magic Kingdom, isn't a bad deal.
Actually, the way things are right now, if I were to go down, I'd skip Magic Kingdom. I'd just be like, I know it's blasphemous,
busy.
But I hate how busy it is, and I hate how it's laid out now, and it's going to get worse when they throw Cars Land into it, and they take away what little quiet places there are in Magic Kingdom.
Well,
it's just chaos.
this one you can just technically stay outside the park. Even go to one of the Good Neighbor hotels at Disney Springs, because then you can still take buses in. and then go get this low ticket price, and you might actually have a kind of a deal there. But then again, you have to pay Magic Kingdom separately. Now, however, I want to point out though too, this goes into September 22nd on select days or whatever. It's possible because we should be getting the Halloween dates anytime for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah.
That usually starts in August now. You technically could just book a Halloween party for one of the days among these dates. And then that night, just go to you get in at 4:00. The party starts at 7. You could just do your Magic Kingdom day and do the Halloween party as one thing.
Yeah.
And then you're getting the $89 a day for the other parks too.
Yeah, you're actually, people don't realize like you go to Magic Kingdom, they'll let you in a little bit early and you can go do the Halloween party. And
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to take this $89, deal, I would wait and see what the dates are for August and September, because those are dates that are going to start the Halloween party. Just do your Halloween party ticket on Magic Kingdom that day is a separate add-on. And then there you got your Magic Kingdom day in. So that's what I would do. That actually, I think, is not a bad deal. Of course, they're doing the free dining again. So guests who purchase a non-discounted 4-night, 4-day, or longer package, but you have to pay for the room and a park hopper. So massive upcharges.
Yes.
But you're eligible for free dining. And that's going to be based on the type of room you select. If it's one of I think except for like the deluxe, you're going to get just the quick service meals. And honestly, I don't know if that's I don't think that's a better deal. I really don't. Personally.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Again, this is just, it depends on how desperate they are. I've talked to travel agents and they said no, because they will get, they'll charge you full price for the rooms, and you're going to pay, you might be better off getting a room discount or whatever. I mean, honestly, the way to go, if it were me, I'd tell you to go to Disney, go to the Good Neighbor hotels, because they're like a third as much as the on-site hotels.
You're right at Disney Springs.
Yeah, they're Disney Springs. Just take a bus over, whatever. Actually, I would recommend renting a car or taking a car. It's so much easier to get to where you want to go, not have to deal with the buses. We wasted so much time getting on those damn buses, monorails, whatever.
Yeah, if you can't drive in, renting a car is great. We drive sometimes, so it makes it easier to drive. So that's another thing, is they're free dining. And again, I don't think these are combinable. They're not usually combinable. It would be great if they were, but they're not. And then they're going to have a Disney resort room deal. Guests can save out up to 30%. Now, keep in mind the 30% are going to be the highest price rooms. A lot of them can be 10 or 15%, and that's it. You can save 30% at select Disney Resort hotels starting August 1st through October 11th. So they're trying to catch that fall crowd. And there's going to be Florida resident deals and annual pass holder deals as well. Again, we won't know about that until tomorrow. But something else they're pushing is they're going to do a bunch of stuff in the parks. I don't have it all pulled up, but I know in the parks they're going to offer some kids play areas. I don't have that put up on this article. They're going to have some kids play areas, and they're going to add extra characters early and things like that for kids. And at the hotels, the Art of Animation, Pop Century, Caribbean Beach, all the ones that are on and Wilderness Lodge, almost all the ones that are on the Skyliner. They're going to have special Disney-themed kids activities, including character visits and family-friendly activities at the hotels too, trying to get your butt into one of the Disney hotels.
Yeah, because that's where they make the bulk of their money. It's on the admissions and the hotels. The hotels are massively overcharged. They're massively overcharging on those hotels.
So that's what they're doing.
The tax issue was all about, was how much they're charging on these damn hotels.
Yeah. They were getting taxed on their brand. Because remember, they're charging you extra because they're saying that their brand's worth money. But then they shouldn't have to pay taxes on their brand, because that's just, that is something that's not tangible. So how could you charge us for that? I don't know. Why you're charging the intangibles on everybody else?
Yeah. So what I think is going on is, I think they're taking
100% this is what's going on.
They're taking a look at their bookings, and they're realizing, one, the economy is not in a good place right now. So people aren't going to, they're going to go to one destination, if anything. And if anything, they're going to go to Universal, because it's new. It's got Mario. It's got Harry Potter. It's got How to Train Your Dragon. They're going to go see Epic Universe.
One thing in there, I'm wondering too, if they're trying to cash in on it with the low cost tickets around the time it opens and stuff, because they figure if we only offer 3-day tickets, even if they stay at Universal Park at their hotels, or they stay off property in the middle, they might be more likely to come to Disney World for a few days, and like 3 days, and use the 3-day ticket on top of it, because it's not, they made it more affordable, because it's usually like $100 less per day per person. So they made it more affordable, so people might hop over there for a couple of days before they go home is probably what they're thinking. But I have no doubt this is all in response to Epic Universe.
I'm sitting there thinking like Disney gets to be the sloppy seconds, right? It used to be Universal, now it's Disney gets to be sloppy seconds. So.
But now I think it's funny because they're like, oh, but we have these new stage shows that open the same day as some of these deals starts. Well, no one's really going to care about that. And then they're like, oh, I also want to point out too that these start in May 27th for those new shows in Hollywood Studios. They're going to close down all of the Muppet Courtyard. June 7th is the last day it's open. So June 8th is when they close it. And they're looking for a place to put people because they usually went over there to Muppet Vision or whatever. So now they want them to go to the other side to spread out the crowds and go there for the new shows. I don't know if they will, but I think that's what they're offering these shows and opening them when they are because they want to make sure they have a place to send people.
Yeah.
That's what Disney usually does.
Yeah, because they gotta have something that, and a lot of times they do it as cheaply as possible.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing.
A show or a meet and greet or like a kid's, again, those activity areas where it's just like arts and crafts. It's like you have to pay $200 to get in the gate to do arts and crafts with paper plates.
No, but that's kind of, and then as far as it's concerned with the Buzz Lightyear, that's one people have been asking for a while, and it's needed done for a while, and they haven't done it. I think they're doing it now because they're going to be needing to send people over there because they're going to shut down, they're going to have the Cars Land stuff, that whole section shut down. Yeah. They're going to have to redirect traffic. So clearly they're not going to replace it. They're just going to upgrade that. It's cheaper that way. And then try to use it as something to send people to when they have other stuff shut down.
Yeah, no, that's it. And they have to think about that. That's what people are like, why don't they just take this offline or take that offline? It's like, well, they can't have everything offline at once or nobody's going to go to that park.
Right.
So, all right. So there we go, guys. Disney getting desperate. Epic Universe is coming. It's going to eat their lunch. We're going to wrap this one up.
Yes.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.